let's get into it. No. Server. Okay. Yay. Server is not being stupid. Okay, maybe a little. Okay. I have a rock queued up. I have another rock mostly done. Maybe today I need to focus on favors so that I can get a bit more in the way of charm effects. Valar is doing fairly well, but that's still not 50 out of 50. But I mean, I don't have to use this maxed out one to start. Though it's not actually like max of every reputation it could be. But like, you could always do something like, hey, maybe this one floats near my head. Okay, what even is 8% health increase? About 2 hearts. You can get the augments, because augments can be converted into other augments at roughly a 1-to-1 cost, except for this, before you can get in and unlock it here. Technically, I should be doing Elixir if I'm going to chase gods. Because completion is fairly easy to do at that point. Frog's about to die. Huh. Apparently, there is currently a drop tied to watching Minecraft streams of 1 free month of Realms. Which, like, okay. Realms aren't too bad for the fact that they're a vanilla world and also have access to mini games as options for swapping out of, and you effectively are just running on somebody else's hardware, but it's working well. Enlightened. This is one of the few things that might be able to yield 4 purple by the end. champions. Kill a single champion. Mob essence is actually difficult in this vault. At least for 30. Nope. Green is at least something worth hunting. Arguably, this is probably what I should chase if I want to stay completion. Boosted healing efficiency, not boosted, not actual, like, ongoing regeneration. Weapon spool. Okay. Let's hit back up. Small child. It's a lemon. And those. And this is one of the reasons why I say it takes a chance on them. Because consistently getting 2 to 3 as opposed to like 1 or possibly less. In the case of overgrown. Currently, the thing is pointing at the nearest turning. because I use that at the end of the elixir to make sure that I headed for a way out after mine running yesterday. Well, not mine, or running. Trying to hit the other boys. They're not too stupid to come after me once they hit water because they're still running off of vanilla drowned code. Yeah, and that's the big thing is like Vault Hunters is quirky. Entirely because it's built off of a Minecraft engine. Alright. We'll be back down in a moment, boys. This is one of the themes where I end up collecting a bunch of materials because the embedded prismarine stuff is in my Build Void category. Is there a major reason it should be? Probably not, but you know. So lets me be a little bit lazy with things. The Well, some blowers. Like, I didn't use anything but the full blocks, so I'm not getting like stairs and slabs and everything like that. Are coins even doing anything for me this fall? No. at least. Which honestly means nothing at all. No altar in that room. Okay. I don't do dweller tasks. This is one of the ones where I'm tempted to hit tank, but I need about 15 minutes to guarantee that I have a decent chance of doing that. I think it's like 8 to 12, probably like 7 actually, but it's a couple of spawners worth. Cool. That's the current loss recipe. Something. Why are the antiques still in the game? Because he promised them to, like, old champions that they would get a chance to add them to the game. And once they got added, it was, yeah. Since they're supposed to be that perpetually, all the drama happened, included what could be called accusations of fraud. Even if they thought, oh yeah, these are a bad thing, they probably should still leave them in the game, because if they take them out, they risk greater breach of contract or fraud claims that could be tied back to some of the people that have left this community in a notable way. And if there's potentially still that animosity, don't exactly want to play it up. Even incidentally, like, hey, we put this thing in. Okay, apparently I did have crack scripts. Just aligned. But those are done. Cool. No secret to date. Out of keys, so that's irrelevant. No paper or book, so technically I'm done with this one. This is mob farming here. Just running to the points of interest, mobs. Not that these mobs are doing anything, but trying to increase my lemon count. These are at least worth black essence, in theory. Case? No. Yeah, technically I could probably get rid of Stonefall, except for extremely specific cases. But at the same time, those extreme cases are the ones where I'm most likely to. So let's not do it. Ornate secret. Earrings. This is wooden, right? Thanks, but assassin, that's cool. I think potentially, actually, ornate becomes one of the easiest things for me to try and chase later. Or by later, I mean in the next, like, couple minutes. Because, like, okay, yeah, I am technically on the right timeline to get, the Black Manifests all done, but that still requires earrings to get that second one. Okay, yes. Black Mob Essence does still get me one at least. Could be worse. But yeah. Anyways. Chest for a moment. Too late in to do another God Altar. Except for maybe Champs, and even that's technically pushing it. Okay. 21. Okay. Points of Veneer's turn-in. There's a turn-in in every room. Well, that's a non-challenge, non-omega room. So essentially, I just get to get told, hey, where is the nearest common room? Give or take. It's not goodbye. It's not with my build. Come with me, boys. Dungeon mobs. If I was actually done, wait. Because all I would need would be 2 dungeons, which there's one right there. Okay, maybe 3 dungeons if I was really unfortunate, so all I would have to do would be set my thing to track dungeons, but you see I also need still black essence or ornates. Because ornates have a decent chance of self-completing. 1 sack, 1 saddlebag, 1 sack. Yeah, there we go. I've got completion. 7 dungeon mobs. I think even the smallest dungeon gives 7 points. Lemon. 6, 7. Like, I don't have Champion's Domain, because that's one of them. And this isn't a Champion's Abode, because yay, Imbuement Altar. Can I get potions? No. The Imbuement Altar seems like a great idea, but it requires, like, either you're, like, YOLO and just kind of do it on any gear piece, or you need endgame gear, and you need enough slots. But the problem is, if you're below, like, level 100, like, mid-80s, like, okay, yeah, you could seal something that you're like, this doesn't get much more, or if I had, say, a Rose Thorn Ivy, because it's not living, you can't upgrade it or whatever, so you might as well stick it through the Imbuement Altar. It's like, what am I going to do with that? Alright. Hold the sword in the hand when I get out, because if I cross a level threshold, I want all my living gear to get the hit. Did very little mining that run. Put this down, put this down. Add these to inventory. Stare at this. Stare at this. Bum, bum, bum. Send the frog away. That's going to mess with my mobility for a while. Something, something. playing 30-ish vaults with step up. I mean, to get about 4 vaults of, hey, look, it copied. 4 vaults of, hey, why am I not going up these stairs? So, like, that'll be fun. Anyways. A lot of time I expect there to be something better than taking the legendary Dura, but like, oof. And I don't need a Dura that small for endgame. Alright, let's go. Break these down. Guess I make myself a cube. Worst Rubik's Cube ever. First things first. Don't need to be carrying that many sweets. What do I look like? A bakery? Yeah, and that tells you it's like server lag. One of these days, I actually do have to make a regular pog drawer. But, honestly, it's probably fine for you just to live in the system. In the same way knowledge started currently in the system. Because I could always make a 2-drawer with core and full stars. Which is a decent option when you're basing with somebody else, but you're not actively running the teams quite as hard. where you're where like you actually are coordinating so that each of you is handling a different part of the mod pool. Okay. Okay, that was a little bit disappointing for the second break. Alright. Yeah. Flesh, gold, carrot. Gold is this gold does. I wish there was a way for me to take like the quark gold bars and like melt them again because. But all that. Like to be fair, like there's very little actually stopping me from doing doing a massive portal farm. Anyways, that was only 2 tiers anyways, so why do things that I actually have to figure out instead of just doing everything in a room? And the altars. Okay, vines. Mossy cobble is basically free because all you need is moss. Cobble. Go back. Go. I lost track of what I was thinking just a moment ago. Right. Set that to God altars. I think of God altars as something simple. It's just something that's going to happen. Then I remember that I did roughly 200 plunder vaults in the mid 60s, 70s of one of the seasons because I was racing with other people and was trying not to get too far ahead of them and flood the system with gear they couldn't use. I then went on that that season to be several hundred levels higher than everyone in all of Iskallia. So like far and away. Can't force champions to main because I don't have another champs. And whatever this chicken is that's been following around is on cooldown. Door Hunter. Oh, actually, I do have a second champion still made. Good to know, good to know. Okay, it's click, click. What, that doesn't put it automatically on the head? Alright, I've got Deviate, which gets me at least a minute of Champion's Domain. Which, like, if I get another one champion, I can get that done quickly. If it's a champion 3, I might have to run some dungeons. Welcome launching 2 by 2, hurrah. Launching 2 by 2, hurrah. Go through this. Like, I made the pizza for this the other day, and I need to make it. Okay, I don't actually have to make it because I don't think there's too much that the 2x2 packing die is used for that isn't just like handcraft this. Yeah, like none of that is something where like I need that automated by this. But like this at least saves some effort because I'm mass producing the what you call it? Mass producing the ice. But other than that, like nearest unclaimed god altar is room over. That is a downstairs altar. Right? No? There it is. Got it. I was looking up there. What do you mean those are 7? Tanks are always supposed to be 10s. Up and away. Getting knocked around much more than before. This frog coming with a bit of knockback resist because you're constantly using step up, so like, okay, that's wooden, so I can ignore that. Wooden. Yeah, this is why I need like treasure goggles or hunter. 0.4 ornate is actually like hard to get in any kind of bulk quantity, so you have to find a bunch of loose ones. Champions would be great if currently. Struggling to find even one ornate chest. Gilded. Like, yes, this does make this feel a little bit worse. It's living. Because, hey, look, you're just, like, avoiding points of interest. So you can identify them, and it's like, really? Okay, so there's a decent chance of the secret down there. That's wooden. Anyways, this is living. No ornate secret. You can see the little black and empty tunnel down in the corner there. Back in my day, the moss would get left behind and you could jump across it like parkour. Yeah, so like actually chasing the favors results in like lower loot amounts in theory, because like you're skipping over a lot of things, so like you're doing very little in between as you can find things like this. This gives what? about 12. We can count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, this isn't the absolute densest ornate, but as a secret, it only worked out to 9. And a large amount of non-secret ornates are like 3s. So that's like find 8 ornate POIs. And that notes that I'm running on the longest timer the game is going to give me, because on Piece of Cake you get the much higher time limit to do the task. But it's like, okay. So somebody with Hunter and Goggles on hard is running what? 5 minutes instead of 4 to 5 minutes to find all of this to get one favor, versus like, okay, no wonder when nobody does the god altars. If you're not like spamming Hunter in every room, like, okay, yeah, cool. That means if you plan on doing chest favors, you can't control what favors appear on the altars, and like eventually you gotta get 200 altars done, give or take. Like, okay, yeah, you can shave off a bit of that because you get the 30% double favor. But if you account for the fact, like, 100% guaranteed completion is not an achievable value, you're going to have some amount of backslide where you lose a little bit of favor because you failed. Even if the like amount of backslide is like cool, library. Which would be great if I was actually building. That's interesting. Ah. Okay. Ah. Yep, that tracks. That falls into the colors I was seeing. Alright. This has a chance of being carved, but that's living there. That's wood in there, that's wood in there. So probably not that one. Wooden, wooden, wooden. Didn't even drop any purple law business there. You're not in a collector or a scab mode. They will work. I've gone out the wrong side. Sneaky, sneaky. Wobble back and forth, wobble back and forth. Or 9 out of 24 so far. Gilded coins. Right. I haven't done the color change I tend to do with coins yet because I haven't done anything with a hunter or hunter adjacent effect yet. Coins are blue. Why are points blue? Because then they don't look like small wooden. Because if you're halfway across the vault, especially in a what do you call it? Salt shade theme? How are you going to guarantee that you're seeing that right? Wooden. HP damage there. That's what that red was. Not that secret. Oh. Alright. Was there anything up here? No. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's not in this room. But it is on this line. I don't want to double back for the food anyways. Just in case I get things like starfruit. Okay, no. 5 minutes. And this isn't like 5 minutes, I could log off the vault and then come back to the 5 minutes. No, this is, it uses a global timer, not a vault timer. So if I crash or otherwise, I just burn time. Wooden. Those coins. Wooden. Gilded. Wooden. There we go. One of the big secrets is there. Out of the way. Thank you. So I need 5 more ornates. Skip. One tennis. The next. A little bit. Yeah, in theory, I should be slightly heavier-handed in my travel. I already checked the rooms that I've already wandered through, so I need to go sideways. And like completion is like, make sure you actually stab some boards at some point, especially if they're boxing away. Like, I was going to get that batch anyways, because ores are ores. But, like, the most blatant echo? Yes. Alright. So this is up, look around, head down, look around, and that's enough. Okay. That's about right. Yeah. So little ornate. FU2 tennis. Eggy. I can't put anything. At least. Two champions. Not quite to stand on the champion levels of health. And I'll just let myself die here. Because I forgot all that food. Or all the fruit. So that one didn't go great. Yeah, I was due for a loss. I also forgot to unload any of the loot from the last one. Okay. Okay. Not any of the loot. I did unload some of the loot, but like... Eggy. Oh, and if I wasn't on casual, that would have been like a hard kill on the champion there, or on the champion's domain one there. But like honestly, given the fact that it currently costs 20 of these fragments to give back a heart, because of like cost issues and the fact it still assumes you're going to get loose companion relics, not even fragments, full relics dropping. And like they made all kinds of adjustments, but they didn't then adjust a second time based on what they just did. Alright. Server lag. supposed to go away. Hour 12. Do I want to just call it? I did a long stream yesterday. Let's see. Yep, you do lose favor. At least Tenos was my lowest one anyways, so like I had one favor to lose with him anyways, so it's like, oh no. Now I'm back to no favor with Tenos, and the second one was like honestly, it didn't spawn the second champion anyways. A bit of kiting and some careful movement would have been fine, but at the same time it was like, hey, I have apparently forgotten all my food. I am probably, like, it's probably not worth a star fruit on that, because, like, the chance of getting the star fruit back from the altar, it's like, in theory, I should have opened the dungeon, seen what difficulty it was, then gone and went, okay, do I think I can do that well enough? But, you know. Redstone dust. Anyways, 6 cheeky echoes is still 6 cheeky echoes. Okay, we've got chaotic wound repair, health. We've got helmet, notable, tank damage, armor. let's restock food. Do it for the vines. Anyways, shopping. And let's all right. Then I need some amount of vines. Oh. Yeah, should get him assigned at some point. We'll do that. They've got a drawer at least. How are these counts doing? They're growing. So I'm not doing too bad. There are actually 2 regular azaleas here. Yeah, azaleas take far longer than the rest of the stuff. Like, okay, yeah, I could be lazy about it. And you can mass produce azaleas using standard vanilla moss farm. Especially if you do something silly like just make a keeps flushing the farm, then bone mealing it. Because, like, I don't even need the full moss because, like, if you've got skeleton production or other things like that. Or if all you're really collecting is the azalea and everything else can get standard composted or whatever. Like, you're not making a ton of bone meal out of it if you're not breaking down the full moss blocks, but the leavings and then running a bone farm through like a pulverizer, and you're like, okay, cool. Anyways, rock was done. There we go. No bounties. Let's finish the rock. And I won't even say necessarily what kind of bolt I'll do next, because that's for next time. But, rock. Those are already in production, that's fine. Yeah. Short stream today. Time to sign off. Catch you all next time. Bye.